Hello there, welcome back to day 15 of PawnToProgress. So, today we are going to review the two games that I played. Um, I've been again busy for this week, but I've been committed to recording my progress and showing it off to you guys. So, the first game was with Dominate, which I won, and the second one was with I don't know why I'm here, same bro, uh, which I lost. So we'll review this game first, and we'll review this later. Okay, so let's do this game. Yes, so as you can see, I had a terrible accuracy. I think so. This is the worst accuracy I ever had in any game. So I had 42 and he has 72. Yeah, and yeah, it was a pretty sharp game. I had great moves. He too had some great moves, but it's just because we did blunders many times. So let's start the game. It was standard e4 e5 book moves till now, and I took it because I thought king's gambit is, I think so, you have to take in king's gambit, and I accepted the gambit. And then I tried to play this move because if he takes, I can take the this, and this pawn is still safe. So that's the only reason he took it. I took with the queen, which is a wrong, it was a good move according to computer, but not the best move. The best move is here to put pressure on the pawn and this file. So I took with the queen. He attacked the queen, gaining tempo, and now I gave the check. He defended it with the bishop, and then this was a mistake, but I'll tell you what my explanation for this mistake was. If I move this over here, he can move his knight, but he can move his knight of anywhere to gain this, but I can go over here. But now when I'm realizing, like, he could have moved his knight over here, but it would be having blunder, and I could have taken it. So that was the whole point of me putting my queen over there. So if you see, he took his knight back, trying to attack my queen, and I took the free pawn. So I took the free pawn. Now he moved this bishop over here, and now this was the best move because if I take, it takes with the bishop. If I do anything else anywhere, so it would be have been a terrible move for the queen. He would have gained more tempo. So that's why I moved it over here, because later I can move it over here, giving him check, or anywhere else just to give the check. So yeah, he gave me the check, and now this was a blunder because I had so many options after this check, either to move my queen here, move my king over here, or moving this over here, or like knight over here. There were many options, and I chose the worst option because why not? And the best move was, yeah, taking the bishop out. I thought of this for a while, but I thought the queen couldn't come back to any of this position, so I didn't do this. But in the later games, whenever I play and come in a situation of the queen pinning the king, I'll a queen giving check to the king, I'll just move my bishop. So yeah, and he had a missed opportunity. Let's see what was the best move for him. Oh, it was like, yeah, this was the best move. Okay, he missed the opportunity. He gave a new check, and this time when he gave the check, I had to take. If suppose I did like this. Oh, yeah, no, if suppose I did like this, he would have just moved the queen somewhere else, and the threat wouldn't have been gone. Because let's see, if I do like this, and then he would just march this forward, and I'll lose the rook. So that's why you can't do this, or you can't either also do this. Yeah, because the queen will take this queen, so it is not a good move. You have to use your queen, or your queen will be gone. So that's why. So let's moving back to the game. Yeah, he gave the check, I had to take it, but it was the best move. He took with the knight, which is also the obvious move, and this was like, I saw there's a fork here, so that's why I moved my knight over here to defend this, but it is not a good move if it will be seen later on. So yeah, this was a great move. And now here I was thinking of a lot of things, because if you see, I had taken a lot of time over here. uh, I had moved this over here thinking like I could later move this and attack his rook simultaneously. I have to just move this from here. Now he'll take it, which is obvious, and now I can move this and just take my bishop and take his rook. So that was the whole point. So he took it. I went with my plan. He moved to here, and yeah, this was like a terrible thing for me, I thought, for that when I was playing this. And so my reasoning was this: if I move this over here, now if he takes, I can take this, which is an equal trade, no problem. And if it doesn't, if he misses, because whenever what I was thinking, whenever the opponent is inside your territory, he doesn't try to exchange pieces, so he will move it somewhere else. And now I can go over here, giving taking the rook and simultaneously giving a check. So that's what happened. So this was a blunder, and this is a mistake, but I gave a check. This was like a sound move for me, but the best move was to take the bishop. But I thought this would be better, I don't know, maybe. So yeah, I gave the check, the king moved, and I took the rook. Now I moved this over here because like I could give another check, and this would be defended by this, and the king can't move over on this file. So I thought I could box the king somehow. So he gave the check. I had to move this over here because like I'll tell you, any other move totally fails. Like if he gave the check, the only two other moves I had was giving this. So if I did this, knight would come over here, taking the pawn, as well as I had to move the rook. So that is a terrible move. And after the knight moves again, I have to deal with the check. So that is not a good option. The second option was moving the king over here. Moving the king here instantly loses, because the knight will come here again and fork these two pieces, the king and the rook. So that's why that's a terrible option. So this was the only option, and that's what I played. So yeah, now he regardless moved the knight over here, and I gave the check because I didn't have anything else that I was thinking of. As you can see, I had only 2 minutes, and I was like, whatever happens we'll see, because I had just 2 minutes. So the best move according to him was developing the knight at this point, which I didn't realize, because I thought like I have only 2 minutes and I had to do something about it. Yeah, the king moved over here. I calculated this, that he will move his king over here and later take with the knight, but he didn't take with the knight till the end. So that was a miscalculation, and that was unfortunate. Now I gave the check. I was just giving checks at this point because like I had so little time. And this was another great move. Like I really admired this move from my opponent, because like if you take this loses, because the knight can take and simultaneously this can be there, and you can take with the rook. Like see, if the knight takes now, you can't take with the rook because there's the pin on the rook. So that's why that was a great move. If I keep this over here, then it takes. So what I did was, this is a mistake. Now I realize I should have played, just moved my bishop somewhere else. But then this too would be in a bit of threat, because like this pawn is pretty much vulnerable now. So as you can see, I'll show you the best move according to the computer was going over here. So yeah, when you have less time, you tend to do silly things. And this was another move I was thinking, like going over here and later trying to do something to the pieces. But yeah, this is a terrible move, and I lost for when I did this move. Yeah, this gave the check, and I tried to move my king over here, and this loses instantly. This is like a blunder, not a mistake, and this was mate in one, and my opponent found mate in one, and I really admire like what he was playing, and this is the worst rating that I have ever seen. Learnings from this game is like, yeah, when you're playing sharp lines and attacking chess, I think so you should also, when you don't have sufficient firepower, just try to develop other pieces like the knight and everything. And also whenever don't move the king on the open side of the board, even if you think you have chances of taking one of the pieces, because I think so for an amateur that's not the correct way, because you can't calculate every line. So yeah, that's the whole thing. And try to see future pins, I think so that's also another learning. So yeah, that was the whole game. And let's move on to our second game, which was a win. Yeah, which was a win. Let's go to our second game. This was the second game that I played. This was a okay game. Like, I had 82% accuracy and my opponent had 77. It was a good game between two good opponents, and we played quite well. Yeah. So again, e4, e5, taking the two knights out, and now he played this c5 c3 move. And I was developing just in the center, try to take more space in the center. So that's why I played the knight, and now he offered me his d5 d4 pawn, which I promptly took it. And this takes us to, I think so, which type of a Ponziani opening, which I think so I have heard somewhere, but not this variation. And also I don't know a lot about what the Ponziani opening or what it's doing. I didn't I like have learned it. I have just till now I think so I've only done Italian, and that too I'm now starting to forget. Yeah. So I took it real. Now the opponent has two options, either to take by this and this, and everyone knows if you want to take the center, try to take with the pawns. So yeah, he took it with the pawn. I don't think so. Yeah, this loses a pawn, that's true. But like the dumbest amateur that I am, I forgot to take this, and what I did was instant I developed my pawn. So this is an inaccuracy, and I know after playing this I just realized that yeah, this was a free pawn and I should have taken it. Now he just pushed it pawn forward, attacking my knight, and now I took my knight over here. This would have been a blunder, and over here I thought the knight would have been useless for here, because it could have been attacked again. So this was the only place I thought it was good enough that the knight should be there, and I kept the knight over here. And he tried to pin my knight over here, but like whenever someone pins your knight in early of the game, regardless of any backup, you just push your a6 pawn. And which what I did, which was an excellent move. The best move according to the computer is to do the same thing and give a check, but I did this later on. But I think but whenever I see whenever I thought if the knight was pinned, it's better to first remove the pin. So that's what I did. And this was an excellent move, it doesn't matter. And yeah, he moved his bishop back, and I again tried to threaten it, and I just kicked off the bishop. Now the bishop is completely like useless. He has to take something, then only he can give a free file for his bishop. So yeah, now I gave the check, and the opponent defended as well as attacked check with his simultaneous bishop move. Now I tried to pin the knight, realizing that I could if he takes, this would have been, and I had to develop. I knew I had some pressure over here, so I have to increase the pressure on this particular f file. I could bring my queen later on, or any of this attacking material later on over this file. So that's why the less defenders I have on this area of the board, it's better. Okay, so that was the only strategy behind that, and which is an excellent move. He took the bishop. I now had to take with the knight, which I did, and the opponent attacked the bishop. As I told, if someone is attacking pinning your knight on the f file or the c file, you can with the bishop, you just have to push the pawn. So he pushed the pawn, and this was a blunder, but I'll justify you why I played this move. This move was played just because I had such a limited time, like 4 minutes and 34 seconds, and because of my previous encounters in the games where I had limited time. When you have a little time, you just go for traps, and just hope the opponent blunders as well whenever you play a terrible move. So I just calculated it for a minute. I played this over here, realizing if we push this pawn, I could bring my queen back over here, and yeah, back over here somewhere, and here, or like somewhere which is where it is safe. And now even if he takes the uh, bishop, I of course lose a bishop, but now I have the queen, I have the knight over here. The knight can go here, here, anywhere, and I could just have enough pressure that the opponent may blunder, because the opponent has now, when the queen comes over this close to the king, the opponent has to play pretty accurately. So I didn't think the opponent was going to play pretty accurately. That's why I played the move, and that's what it did. And as you can see, he too blundered, and now it's just mate in one, because as you can see, I've put a lot of pressure on this file, and I have to just move my queen away. This is the only winning move. Any other move is brings back the game to either equal or like a positive. So I played it, and this is not a great move, this is the obvious move. So that's why I won the game. And yeah, that's checkmate. So that's were the two games, and this was also a good game. And I think so the learnings or the conclusion that I took from this game is like, yeah, if you have less time, I think so we have to play some attacking chess and try to develop some chances, hoping that the opponent blunders. So let's go to daily puzzle. We'll play one daily puzzle. So yeah, that would be great. Clearing the daily castle is the today's puzzle. So it's white to move, and I think so we could give fork over here. As I can see, there's a fork over here. That is one of the options. I think so the knight is one of the good moves that I have over here, or I can move this as well. So let's see, clearing the castle. I think so I should play this first, right? Okay, no. Yeah, then there's the fork then. Yeah. So now I don't need to take, because there's a less of a defender. So I think so I need to push this now. Yeah. Now to go over here, this will give a check. The king has to take, or I could go over here. Oh, yeah, the king has to take. Takes, because there's a check. If you can see simultaneously, there's a check. So the king has to go over here. Or I could block the position. Let's go for the double check. Yeah. Yeah, the knight is pinned. Yeah, I could go over here. The king can't go over here. Ah, that's checkmate. I guess no. The king can go over here, right? Let's see. Yeah. Now I could push this, give a check. But yeah. Should I give a check? No. That was not a good move. Yeah, what checks do I have? I have checks here. I have a check here. Yeah, this is checkmate. This one is checkmate. So that's the puzzle. Like, it was a good puzzle. Yeah, it was a pretty straightforward puzzle. So yeah, that was the whole day 15 of Pawn to Progress, and hope I see you in the next day. And I'll pin my profile in the comments, so you can also analyze the games. Thanks for watching. Hope I see you on day 16. Bye.